You keep acting like you have forever. Forever to start. Forever to change. Forever to chase the dream that keeps you awake at night. But what if you don't? What if the biggest lie you've ever believed is that there will always be another tomorrow? Look around. Years are moving faster than ever. The days feel long, but somehow the months disappear. One moment you're making plans for the future. The next moment you're wondering where all the time went. Time is the one thing every man thinks he has enough of, until he doesn't. A young soldier once said he would pursue his dreams after life settled down. After the responsibilities. After the obligations. After the perfect moment arrived. That moment never came. Years passed. The dream stayed exactly where it was. Inside his head. Buried beneath excuses. That is how most people lose. Not because they lack talent. Not because they lack intelligence. But because they assume there is always more time. You need to understand something. Your life is being spent whether you are intentional with it or not. Every day is a withdrawal from an account that never gets replenished. Every sunrise is one less sunrise you'll ever see. Read that again. One less sunrise. The lion doesn't wait for motivation before hunting. The storm doesn't ask permission before arriving. Time doesn't slow down because you're confused, afraid, or comfortable. It keeps moving. And so should you. Think about the man who spends years talking about getting fit. Next year. Next month. Next Monday. Meanwhile, his body gets weaker. His confidence drops. His health declines. Not because he couldn't change. Because he waited. Waiting is expensive. The cost isn't visible immediately. That's what makes it dangerous. A ship doesn't sink because of the ocean around it. It sinks because of the water that slowly gets inside. The same thing happens to your life. Small delays. Small excuses. Small acts of procrastination. Year after year. Until one day you realize you've drifted miles away from the person you wanted to become. Most people fear failure. They shouldn't. They should fear regret. Failure teaches. Regret haunts. Failure says, at least you tried. Regret whispers, what if? For the rest of your life. Imagine two men standing at the edge of a mountain. One climbs. He struggles. He falls. He gets injured. But eventually he reaches heights he never imagined. The other man stays where it's safe. Years later, he looks up at the mountain and wonders what his life could have been. Who suffers more? The man who tried? Or the man who never did? Deep down, you already know the answer. You don't need more information. You don't need another motivational video. You don't need another perfect plan. You need action. Because action creates momentum. And momentum creates belief. The strange thing about courage is that it rarely appears before the first step. It usually appears after. The first step is scary. The second becomes easier. The third begins to build confidence. Soon you're moving in a direction that once terrified you. That's how lives change. Not overnight. Not magically. One decision at a time. One day at a time. One disciplined action at a time. A blacksmith doesn't create a sword with a single strike. He hits the metal again. And again. And again. Thousands of times. Your future is being forged the same way. Every workout. Every difficult conversation. Every early morning. Every moment you choose discipline over comfort. You are shaping who you become. The problem is most people don't respect the power of a single day. They think success comes from giant breakthroughs. But greatness is usually hidden inside ordinary days. Days nobody applauds. Days nobody notices. Days where you simply do what needs to be done. That's where champions are built. Not in the spotlight. In the shadows. The clock is ticking whether you're moving or not. Think about that. Right now, as you listen, seconds are disappearing forever, never returning. The future version of you is watching, waiting, hoping you finally stop wasting what remains. You cannot control how much time you have left. Nobody can. But you can control what you do with the time you have today. That is your power. That is your responsibility. And that is your opportunity. The strongest men understand something most people ignore. Life is temporary, which is exactly why it matters. Every day is valuable because it is limited. Every opportunity matters because it won't last forever. Every dream deserves effort because one day there will be no more chances. So stop waiting. Stop delaying. Stop assuming tomorrow is guaranteed. The clock doesn't care about your excuses. The years don't care about your plans. Life rewards action, not intention. Today is your chance. Maybe not tomorrow. Maybe not next year. Today. Right now. Because one day you'll either look back with pride, or you'll look back with regret. The choice is being made in this very moment. If this message lit a fire in you, then it's time to act. Drop this in the comments right now. I will make today count, so that I know you stayed all the way till the end. And you will stop wasting time and start building the life you deserve.